right, now we're starting live. Yeah, it's a good time. I'm just kind of barely waking up. I mean, I've been awake for a while, but you got to get your brain juices flowing. You got to realize where you are. It's been weird to still be home for this long, but some of you guys are worried. Don't worry. Good hanging in there. I do miss you all. I miss you, Riley. Miss you, Fabian. Miss you all. So yeah, right now we've got 10 people online. I'm going to give you guys a chance to copy the objective down. Hopefully you guys are able to write the notes at home. I tried making the notes as simple as possible, just one page front and back. That's going to be the case for the next set of notes and the notes for next week. Again, this entire unit, it's super simplified. We're not going to get to go as in-depth as I wanted to. I miss you too, son, Justin. And yeah, just again, it's all about the concept. So if you're the type of person that really likes to use highlighters, this is a good lesson to do that with. Yeah, I think we're basically ready to go. Again, the objective's up there at the front. Make sure you've got it down. I'll try to go at a reasonable pace, and again, because there's a slight delay between YouTube and this, just make sure you let me know if you need me to go back to a section, slow down, explain something. I don't anticipate I'll take more than an hour for this lesson. It's just a lot of little pieces, but otherwise it's just a straightforward equation. So today we're finding the area of faces on a solid, and then what will happen is once we find those faces, it'll allow us to find the surface area. We're going to focus on 3 solids today. We're looking at prisms, cylinders, and spheres. And we will be able to do this when we can show that we know how to use the formula. So yeah, that's our goal. Hopefully you guys are good to go. Again, let me know if you have any questions. We're just going to kind of jump right into it. So for any given prism, right, we want to find the sum of the lateral faces and our 2 bases. Depending on what type of prism you have, it's really easy to identify. I always say let your base be your bottom. If it's not the bottom, let it be the 2 faces that are exactly the same. And you guys will see what I mean in a bit. So right here, surface area is equal to, and what we're going to say is it's the lateral area plus the area of 2 of our bases. Capital B is the base area. Gerardo, if you were able to print it out, that would have been ideal, but if not, you can just follow along. You can write this down on a separate piece of paper. For lateral area, there's a way to simplify it because I'm going to show you guys right now what lateral is versus bases. If I treat the bottom of my figure as the base, right, this part here is my base. It's the bottom part of my solid, so I'm going to call that B. The lateral part of your base is the part that goes around the bases. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Here we go. So again, this is the top and this is the bottom, so those are your 2 bases. That would mean that your lateral area are the sides of your figure, right? And they wrap all the way around. Well, an easy way to simplify that, right, is I'm going to say the perimeter of my base times the height of the solid. And I'm going to use a capital H for the height of the solid. Yeah, so the work on IXL I'm going to go over with you guys in a bit as to which ones you will do. You don't have to do every single standard. Those are the ones that you guys are going to practice. And again, I'm going to show you guys the analytics. Not a whole lot of people did stuff last week. I didn't expect it. But this week I am expecting a lot more people to work on IXL and work on the practice problems. Again, there is no homework. There is just the quizzes. But if you're doing the practice, you're going to breeze through that quiz, no problem. I'm only going to give it 30 minutes to do the quiz. It's not long, and you guys just have to be able to do it. It's everything simplified. So yeah, perimeter times the height, and we're still adding the area of our 2 bases. Here's the thing, though. Your base could be a rectangle. It could be a square. Could be a triangle, could be a circle, could be a pentagon, could be a hexagon. What matters is you know what to do when you see the right base come up. You still have to know these area formulas, but again, we're simplifying it so that you show us, hey, do you know what to do with this stuff? So here we go. On the first one here, I want to find the surface area of my prism. Yes, the IXL will go towards your grade, so definitely do them. Okay, I'm not asking you to do a whole lot, just do as many as you can to get a mastery. Right there is your base. So the area of my base, it is a rectangle. So that means I'm going to be doing 24 times 8. Okay, someone's going to do that on their calculator. They're going to type the answer in the chat. And while I go through this, I'm going to write out the rest of the formula. My surface area is my lateral area, which we said is the perimeter times the height. Okay, so they're going to get us the perimeter of our base, which really it's going all the way around that yellow part. So that's 24 plus 8 plus 24 plus 8. Thank you, Katya, 192. Don't worry about your units yet. We'll take care of that at the end, okay? My perimeter, I'm going to have 8 plus 24 plus 8 plus 24. You could also do 2 times 24 plus 2 times 8, right? It's all the same math. 8, 16, 24, 32. So I should have a perimeter of 64. And again, I'll write the workout. 24 plus 8 plus 24 plus 8. So that's 64. Okay? So I have my perimeter, my height of my solid, right? That's my line right here. That's my height. And you just plug it in, right? Perimeter times height plus the area of 2 of our bases. So that's going to be our 64 times 10 plus 2 times the area of our bases of 192. Good morning, Miguel. How are you doing? I'm great. Yeah, go ahead and type that in your calculators and just add them up. Just go for it. And then if you're feeling a little challenged and you're like, hey, I can totally do this on my own, try letter B on your own. It's just a square prism. So your bottom is going to be this one right here. Right? And then that 5 is going to be your height. That's going to be going straight up and down. All right? So you got 1024. That sounds about right. Now, in terms of units, right, we're dealing with surface area. Area, your units are still squared. What's up, Logan? And so that means we're going to be writing our units as squared still. It is still centimeters squared. We don't deal with cubed until we get to volume. So that's going to be next week. All right. I guess let's just kind of check up and see where people are on letter B. Right, so my base is 10s all around. So my base area should be just 10 times 10. My perimeter, there's 4 of those 10s going all the way around. So that's going to be 10. I mean, you could say 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. In this case, because they're all the same, it's just 10 times 4. All right, and at this point, let's just plug it in. Surface area equals the perimeter times the height plus 2 of my bases. So my perimeter of 40 times the height of 5 plus 2 of my bases. So that's going to be 400 square inches. Boom. This is kind of weird because usually I would say, show of hands, and say how you did, 5, you totally got this, 3, you kind of get it, 1, you have no idea what's going on. I miss you guys. I really do. Okay, letter C. We are now dealing with a triangular prism. So again, how do I know it's a triangular prism and not a pyramid? Well, you got to remember that with a prism, you're going to have two bases, always. Also, I like to think of it as an ice cream sandwich. I got to give credit to Mr. Graves on that one. When you have an ice cream sandwich, right, you have a top and a bottom. I'm going to use my deck of cards here, my little box, right? You have a top and you have a bottom, right? Those, that's how you know it's a prism. A pyramid's the ones where they have the point. If you put your hand on it, it would hurt, right? It's like, pressing down on a needle. Not bueno at all. So here, right, I'm dealing with the triangle, and I want to figure out the area of the base. Well, my base is a triangle. So I need to use the area of a triangle formula, which we know it's 1/2 little b times little h. Well, in these triangles, right, I need to first identify what type of a triangle it is. It is a right triangle. We do see the right angle right here, right? So we know that the right triangle, your base and height are always going to be perpendicular. So that means we're going to have 1/2 of 3 times 4. And that's going to get us a 6. Now, usually with these figures, we would leave off a missing number. Like I would have left the 5 off. You would have had to use the Pythagorean theorem to find the 5 because that's the only way we're going to get the perimeter. However, again, for the sake of simplicity, we're just going to find that perimeter. It's just the distance all the way around. So I'm going to do 3 plus 4 plus 5. Right? 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 3 is 12. Okay. And here's our ice cream, our number 8. That's the distance between the two cookies, I guess you could say the sandwich. That's kind of weird to say, but it is what it is. Right? So surface area equals perimeter times the height. You notice that I keep writing this over and over and over. I want you guys to keep writing it over and over and over and over. Perimeter times the height plus 2 of our bases. We've got our base, we have our perimeter, we have the height. We're good to go. Right? So my perimeter is going to be 12 times my height of 8 plus 2 of my bases. So 12 times 8 is 96 plus 2 times 6, which is 12. So that's going to get you 108. And then, of course, don't forget your units. There's going to be inches squared. All right, I want you all to try letter D on your own. The thing with letter D, okay, I want you guys to understand, is that you're going to have your base right here. And don't get intimidated by that dotted line there. Okay, that dotted line is your height in the triangle. And then the base of the triangle is this 11. So you're going to use those two. How is 6 the base? It's the base area. It's the area of the little yellow triangle, Gerardo. Right? I would do 1/2 of 4 times 3 because 4 and 3 are perpendicular to each other. Alright, so again, I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes. This one shouldn't take too long. Just go for it. And then when you're done, write your answer in the chat. And then we'll check it, okay? Give it a try. Go, 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 go. I wish there was a way for me to overlay... Well, there is a way for me to overlay some music. But I don't want to distract you guys. Plus, I wouldn't want to crash this. I wonder if playing music in the background while that's going would be good. Okay. Hopefully you guys are getting some work done. I'm going to start writing a couple things. if you guys were curious, right, because again of how the orientation of these shapes are, this 10 does correspond down here with this side length, and this 8 does indeed correspond with this side length here. So use that to help you find the perimeter. I wonder if there's a way for me to freeze this. I mean, I guess I could just make it inactive, but then you guys wouldn't be able to see it. Okay. There are 28 of you online. I haven't gotten an answer yet, so I'm a little concerned. I hope you guys... Well, I mean, I want some participation, but I guess I want people to be able to see, you know, how these are worked out. See, these are things I struggle with all the time as a teacher. How are we going to do this distance learning effectively for everyone? We will find a way. For my perimeter, right, I'm going to have 8 plus 10. You're stuck. Okay, and that's fair. It's fair to be stuck. Right, so my perimeter, you should have gotten 29. Right, for your area of your triangle, right, the base is 11, so 1/2 of 11 times 7. Now, for this one, it is okay to have a decimal, right? I would have 1/2 of 77, and you'll have 38.5. Why are you being dumb, OneNote? Right, but we're going to use those numbers to plug them in. I believe 280 is correct. Thank you, Richard. Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead. We have the base area. We have the perimeter. We know our height is 7. It's the distance between your two sandwiches. So let's just go for it. So perimeter times the height plus 2 bases. So 29 times 7 plus 2 times our 38.5. I can't write for the life of me. Ha ha ha. Rise and shine. Right? Wake up, Mr. T. You're always telling us to wake up. You're a little late. Huh. You're big time late. You're lucky I can't take attendance, child. So we're going to have 203 plus 77. So just as Lizzie said, 280. And of course, don't forget your units. What are these? Feet squared. All right. Time-wise, where are we at? There, 10:48. Ooh, jeez. Okay, cool. I'm only going to spend time on E. F is basically the same thing with just a little added work. Your base right here is the pentagon, which has 5 sides. So since it has 5 sides, right, we're going to need to use our 1/2 apothem times perimeter. Right, so for this base, it's going to be 1/2 AP. Well, our apothem is actually given to us. So we're going to have 1/2 of 7.6 times the perimeter. Oh, wait. I need the perimeter. Haha. There are 5 sides. Each side is 11 yards. Where do you get that, Mr. T? Up here. She is not a robot. None of you are robots. Even if you don't floss your teeth. Beep bop. That's forever gonna go down in infamy as the class. But we'll see. Okay, so here we go. I've got 1/2 of 7.6 times 55. And that should get us a solid 209. Okay, so we've got 209 for our base area. We've got the perimeter of 55. And we've got the height of our sandwich. right here, right? 7 yards. So surface area equals perimeter times the height plus the area of 2 of our bases. Yeah, shots fired. Am I sorry? No, I am not sorry. No. You guys have already written that down, hopefully. So the perimeter, right, is 55 times the height of 7 plus 2 of our bases, which we got 209 for. So, boop, 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 boop. 55 times 7, 385, plus 2 times 209, that's 418, 803. Yeah, there we go, 803. That's our yards squared. Okay, I'm slightly, but not. No, I'm not sorry. No, I'm not going to lie to y'all. Okay, you know what? I realized we have enough time. We actually do have enough time. Let's go ahead and do F. For this one, you got to be a little extra careful. Let's actually find the perimeter first, since we need the perimeter in our 1/2 AP formula. Right, and again, there's no real time to this, unfortunately. But we are dealing with a hexagon. So hopefully you guys are beautifully saying that there are 6 sides to a hexagon, Mr. T, and I would say that is awesome. I will tell you guys what sections are due after the lesson. They are also on your calendar. So our perimeter, there are 6 sides times the length of each side, which we notice is right up there. That's our 11. And so let's go ahead and find our base area. The base is a hexagon, so we need the 1/2 AP. So 1/2 of my apothem, which again, thankfully for you guys, we give the apothem to you. The apothem times the perimeter. Boom. Alright, I know half of 66 is 33. And then 33 times 9.5. That's 313.5. Sick! I have enough room there. I could find the surface area. Right? Surface area equals the perimeter times the height plus 2 times the area of our bases. Again, the height of your bases. It was a little hard because of the angle, but look, it's this right there. Right? That's your 9 right there. So let's do this. 66 times 9 plus 2 times 313.5. Right? I know that 313.5 times 2, right, that's going to be 627. 66 times 9, right, 594. No, I've made it simple so that the apothem's always given to you. That's actually a really good question. For the fact that we're doing the distance learning, you're going to have the apothem given to you for these ones. So 594 plus 627, I can type in my phone. My sticker fell off on my phone, so it just feels weird. So 1,221 kilometers squared. That would be a huge hexagonal dome. Really huge. Thank you, Richard. That was perfect. Okay. Cool. So far, okay, with just this front page, how do we feel? I know there's a lot of you guys that aren't typing in the chat, and that's okay. But from those of you that are active and, want to let me know, how are you guys feeling on a scale of 1 to 5? 5, you can totally do this on your own. 3, you kind of get it. You might need a little help. 1, you have no idea what's going on. You need extra help. Yes, go ahead and get some water. That's what I got here. 4s, 5s, 3 to 4s. got a 4. From like the 4 people, Justin's got a 4, Jake's got a 4. You're getting there, you're getting there. Okay. So for those of you that answered less than a 4, I want to see you guys afterwards in my little group chat. 3.59. I'm surprised you didn't write 3.14, sir. You could have gotten a pi, but whatever. Yeah, I want to see you guys afterwards in the Google Meet so that I can help you guys with the classwork. I do plan on, helping you guys out. Okay. So here we go. Let's go to the back page. We're now going to talk about cylinders. Now, cylinders are really the same as prisms. They're just a specific type of prism with a round base. So something we do need to review is how to find the area of a circle. Some of you guys might remember it, some of you might not. That's okay. The area of a circle is on pi r squared. Right, so that's how you find the area of these bases. What's up, Ricardo? Nick, welcome back, buddy. Yeah, pi r squared, that's the area of your circle. Okay, and again, your height is the distance going straight up. Sometimes your height will be inside of the cylinder, sometimes it's outside. They are the same. For these cylinders, they're not going to be skewed, they're not going to be altered. They will either just be right side up or laying on their side. Nothing crazy. Let us definitely talk about a couple of things, though. I know we missed Pi Day. It was a very sad day. So the formula is still the same for your surface area, but what I want to show you guys is a simplified form of it. When you see it, it's like, oh, just plug in numbers. Because really, there are only 2 things you need from a cylinder. You just need the radius and the height. I know it's lowercase h there, but I'm still going to use capital H for the height of the solid. Is there a reason why you would rather do Zoom instead of the Google Meet? I'm just curious. I don't mind. I'm just curious. There is something else we do need to talk about. The distance going from one edge of a circle to the other edge and going through the center, right? We call that your diameter. Well, hopefully you know and hopefully you remember that the diameter is twice the length of the radius. So if you're ever given the diameter, just take that diameter and split it in half, and that's how you can find R. Okay? Let's actually get you the formula. That way you're ready to rock and roll. So my surface area, again, is still the perimeter times the height, plus the area of 2 of our bases. Is it cleaner than meets? Okay, we can do Zoom. I'll just have to change the link on the Google Classroom. Yeah, I'll post a thing in a bit. I'll have to get that set up. I already had the meet set up. So yeah, the perimeter of a circle, that's another thing we didn't get to talk about. The circumference is the name of the perimeter of a circle. And that circumference formula is just 2 pi r. 2 pi times the radius. Okay, we can use Zoom. Again, we'll give it a try. I'm down for trying new things, especially since, we're kind of stuck at home. A friend of mine's catering business actually went around and they were delivering tacos, breakfast tacos. So I ordered a bunch for my girlfriend and me, and they were really good. So yeah, it was nice to see a friendly face. Not for long though. He had to drop off the food at the porch and run away. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and simplify this. The perimeter of a circle we just said is 2 pi r. So now our formula is going to become 2 pi r times the height of the solid, because the h stays. Right, that's what happened here. You're funny, Christian. And then, of course, the area of our bases, we said, is pi r squared. Pi's are squared, Mr. T. No, they're not. They're round. Haha. You're so punny, Mr. T. I know. I'll be here all week. No, really, I'll be here all week. I'm stuck at home. So, it was funny because a lot of you guys always say my jokes are really bad. And I don't blame you. They are pretty bad. I actually received a notice from the CDC talking about my jokes. And they were telling me I have to limit my jokes to inside jokes. There's your pun. Okay. So we just have to know the height and the radius and just plug it in. I would tell you guys a cool math joke, but some of you guys wouldn't get it. Alright. So it's a little hard to read, and I apologize, but that's 4 centimeters right there, and that's 12 centimeters. So my radius is equal to 4. My height is equal to 12. So let's just go for it. I recognize that it's a cylinder, so I'm only going to write my second formula out. So surface area equals, and again, look it up if you have to, 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r squared. Now, notice in these directions, leave your answers in terms of pi. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to leave it with the pi in our answer. If you ever end up with a decimal on accident somehow, don't worry. But for the most part, I tried to make sure the numbers rounded out nicely. So let's just go for it. Right here, 2 pi, my radius is 4, my height is 12. Plus 2 pi, my radius is 4, but it's not being squared. So now you're just going to multiply everything out and then combine like terms. You're going to leave the pi as part of your answer. So we're going to have 96 pi plus 4 squared is 16. And again, you got to make sure you follow your order of operations. So you're going to have 16 times 2. So that's going to get you 32. And again, just add them together and then you're done. So what is that? 128 pi. And then again, it's a little hard to read. My sincerest apologies. But those are centimeters. So centimeters squared. Boom. I would like you to try letter B on your own. It's the exact same thing as letter A. So try it on your own. Make sure you get the right answer. It's just a straightforward plugging in. Kendall, sum means addition in math. I mean, I could have said a fraction of you wouldn't get it, and then that's just a worse pun than what I just said. So yeah. Give it a try. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to work on that. I'm going to at least identify my parts. Here's my base. Here's my height. And I mean, if you want to highlight the other base too, that's cool. Because then you can kind of see that, hey, here's our ice cream sandwich. Robots don't get it. Dang. Dang. Shots fired. Boom. You guys are so bad. Alright. Also, totally random thing. Yesterday, I invested in this chair right here. I've never actually had a desk chair. The other chair I was using was just a regular old dining chair. But when you're sitting here for more than an hour, it gets a little uncomfy. But here, this is nice. I'm actually pretty comfy right now. Slowly making my way to just staying here. I don't know if I'll ever see you guys again. That's like really sad to say, but I really do miss you guys. Your guys' silly antics and everything. You think you did it? Okay, well, write your answer down so that I could confirm or deny it, because I'm still working this out. I'm technically behind you guys, or in a way ahead. No, I'm not going to quit to be a streamer. I'm not that cool. No, I would miss the classroom way too much. 378 pi. Okay. Yeah, these ones are a little nicer because they're just straightforward. And then the sphere one's super easy too. So I know 9 times 12 is 108. Times 2, 216. And then 108. No, 9 times 9 is 81. 81 times 2, 162. So yeah, 378 is looking very plausible. Yep. 378 pi. And then kilometers squared. Cool. The only thing different really... What's up, Lisbert? The only thing really different on C&D is that I gave you a diameter. So the only thing different you have to do is just, you know, take half of your diameter. So from here to here, right, my radius is equal to 18 divided by 2, which is 9. That's literally all you do different. Everything else is the same. Here's my height. Right, there's my base. So I know I'm dealing with a cylinder. And we're just going to kind of go for it. Surface area equals 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. Boom. Let's do it. 2 pi. My radius is 9. My height is 8. Plus 2 pi times my radius of 9 squared. This is almost the same as the last one. The only difference is the height. So I know the right side is going to be 162. 9 times 8 is 72. 72 times 2 is 144. And of course, don't forget that pi. So, what is that? 306 pi meters squared. Okay. If you guys want to try letter D on your own, go ahead and do it. I'll leave the work up there for you to follow along. It's practically the exact same thing. So make sure you try it. Make sure you get a good answer. There has to be a way to freeze my image. I'm going to see. I'm going to explore. Transform. Nope. Order. Nope. Set color. Nope. Yeah, no, it doesn't let me. Dang. Oh well. Just a little sleepy, y'all. You know what I just realized? I might have found the calculator I was missing from a couple weeks ago. And of course it's dead. I'm gonna need to get some batteries for this thing. Oh yeah, big time. One of the batteries exploded in here. Gotta clean that out. exploded, yeah. Like, batteries exploding ain't bueno. Those darn corrosions, they're not good for the metal either. 218 pi. That sounds about right. Let's go for it. Right? Surface area. 2 pi RH. Okay, that's like an R pi? That's funny. 2 pi RH plus 2 pi's R squared. So now 8 times 5 is 40, plus 2 is 80. And then we've got 8 squared, which is 64. 64 times 2, 128. Oh, I forgot the pi. 128 pi. It's okay. Hey, you make a mistake, you fix it. Easy to fix mistakes. Alright, so let's see here. Yeah, 8 and 12 is, yep, 208 pi yards squared. 1111 at Mr. T. I don't know what it is, but back in my day, 1111, you would just make a wish. That's all we did. Okay. Last one, and then we're done. We're done with our lesson. At 11, probably 11:20, we'll be done. All right. Surface area of a sphere, 4 times the product of pi and the square of the radius. Really, if you just remember that a circle's area is pi r squared, you're just finding the area of 4 circles. Super easy. Surface area is 4 pi r squared. And again, just like before, your radius is the distance from the center to the edge. If you're ever given a diameter, just split it in half, and yeah, this one's super easy. We're practically done. So right here, my radius is 2. So 4 pi times 2 squared. 2 squared is 4. 4 times 4, 16. You guys are so weird. What is wrong with y'all? Ugh. Alright, I'm going to do letter C now, just for modeling purposes, and then you guys are going to do B and D on your own. Okay, so right here my radius is equal to half of 8, which is 4. Because again, you're given a diameter, so you got to split it in half, and just go for it. Surface area equals 4. Oh my gosh, I cannot write. You guys are funny. Super funny. 4 squared is 16. 16 times 4 is 64 pi meters squared. Okay. You guys are going to do the next 2 on your own. I'll leave that up there for y'all, but you guys should be able to knock those 2 on your own, and we're basically done. Actually, I just realized, I think there is a way for me to enable the audio on my desktop. Can I zoom out, please? Yes. I assume you wanted to get the formula, possibly. Oh, your paper didn't print out right. Because, Gerardo, your diameter is 8. The diameter is always double the radius, so you want to split it in half. Oh, it ran out in the middle. Ooh, okay. So do you want me to just highlight the problems then, Katya? Like show you what they are? Or do you need that entire bottom half? Let me know, children. got it. Okay, cool. Cool. I just figured out where the emoji section is. Huh. Oh yeah, that's right. I think I said I figured it out. Let me try this now. Oh no, I have to unmute it first. There we go. I know how to run a mixer. So it's actually funny. Roxanne actually messaged me yesterday and asked me if we were going to be doing videos with the notebook.
Choking on a
And I
traffic
was like,
light.
yep, I'm gonna have to
I gotta make this urgent
and
rendezvous.
then this morning, Bailey, just as I was sending she asked me. Okay, so you guys can't hear. That's good. Just because I don't want to get copyright infraction for the volume. I want to hear your guys' answers. I could almost be a DJ. This would be kind of fun. It's loud. You can't hear me. That's fair. You know what? That's fair. You can't hear me. I should probably move the mic closer to me. What do you mean by now you can't hear me? I'm right here. Anyways, I want to hear some answers from y'all. What are the surface areas of our two 36 pi and 100 pi? Yep, those are. Wait a second. Yes, those are correct. Yep, surface area. 4 pi times 3 squared. 36 pi yards squared. And then again here, surface area. 4 pi 5 squared. So that's 100 pi miles squared. Okay. We are done. I will set up a Zoom because apparently you guys don't like Google Meets, and that's fine. I will post the link for it on the classroom, and you guys can swing by and ask questions, but otherwise we're basically done. I would look to practicing the IXL. Let me pull up the calendar because I know some of y'all, and actually I should be able to do it on here. Calendar, classroom, here we go. Because I want to make sure y'all have the right information and don't just decide, hey, do whatever you want. And again, it doesn't matter what period. Alright, tentative class calendar. Okay, so do you guys see right here where it says IXL T2, T4, and T3? Those are the ones I want you guys to practice, okay? Surface area of prisms and cylinders, right? That was the front page plus part of it. And then T4, which we just did, surface area of spheres. So for today, I want you guys to do T2 and T4. Okay. If you guys have any questions, feel free to bug me. I will set up a Zoom little session for you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Have fun. I miss y'all. Take care of yourselves. Okay? Bye.